As we live our lives, it's only human to make mistakes along the way, and sometimes stuff happens and your life doesn't turn out the way you planned. One day, you're looking at what your life has become, and you realize it's been a while since things were going your way. When your expectations don't align with reality, and you add in comparing yourself to an ideal version of you and/or others into the mix, you're sort of bound to start dwelling on your past. When that gap between expectations and reality grows for you, especially in comparison to others, you're left with feeling behind. The irony here is that the more you dwell on your past and get sucked into the mindset that you've fallen behind and need to catch up, the more you end up falling behind. I know I spent years just trying to catch up to a point that would make me feel like I was no longer behind, but I could never outrun time. The urgency in your mind to just keep running, to keep catching up. You keep thinking that if you just caught up, everything would be fine. But it gets to a point where feeling behind paralyzes you and prevents you from even trying. No matter what I did, I was going to be behind anyways. I'm never going to be able to catch up. I'll be left behind and everyone will pass by me. I don't know if I just got less hard-headed throughout the years, but eventually a combination of 3 thoughts allowed me to let go of this identity of being behind. The first thought, don't deny it, acknowledge it, but don't stay stuck. So, you're feeling behind. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to think that you missed a starting gun or that you fumbled the start of the race. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And that's okay. I feel behind too. But what's not okay is letting that thinking take control over your life, allowing that to make you stuck and preventing you from moving on. Sometimes we get lost on what we need to look at. What's important here is to not focus on feeling behind and all the thoughts that come from it. Don't focus on it like it's an identity or who you are. Instead, treat feeling behind as just a state. States are changeable. You can be in one state at a specific moment, but that doesn't mean you can't move on to another one. This also doesn't deny your feelings about the current situation either. You are currently in a state of feeling behind, but that's it. You can do something about it. You can change it. And that brings me to thought number 2. Write it out, cross it off, and don't look back. Just acknowledging that you're feeling behind and being able to move on from it isn't easy. A lot of thoughts come up. All the times you wish you started earlier, talked to that person, didn't let that person go, studied more, applied for that job, said something, did something. You're comparing yourself to infinite possibilities. All the times you could have done every right thing. You can't let yourself compare your imperfect human self to all the infinite perfect possibilities. But you have to let go. How heavy does all of that feel? How are you supposed to walk through today when you're holding on to something this heavy? You need to also acknowledge that this weight might actually be what's holding you back right now. Imagine if you didn't have the past weighing down on you as you try to get through today. Wouldn't it be so much easier? And you might be thinking, obviously I know it'd be easier if I didn't have the past weighing down on me. I just don't know how to let go. Well, write it down. Write it all down. Write out every instance of where your expectations didn't meet reality, everything that still lingers on your mind, unachieved goals, dreams, relationships that didn't work out, timelines that didn't occur, painful memories. Write it all out. Grieve over the list. Accept that these things happened or failed to happen. Feel it all, then start crossing each one out. And don't look back. Say goodbye. And if these thoughts come up later, try to remind yourself that you already said bye. For some reason, doing this feels better and makes it easier to let go than just having them all pile up in your head. The third thought, apply this to the future too, not just the past. Then focus on today. Just like we weren't built to drag everything that our past makes us feel along with us, we weren't meant to do that with our future either. Your future is also made up of infinite possibilities. We weren't built to burden the weight of an unknown future. Even if you don't feel like you have a streak of mess-ups and that you're behind, it's hard to be optimistic about the future. We don't know what it holds. We don't know if the steps we're taking today will lead us to the future that we want. Then add on to that a history of messing up and feeling like you're behind. The future is so burdening too. What if I mess up again? What if I've managed to let go of the past, but I still can't create a life that I want? All of this is just too much for our brains. You have to let the future go too, and just focus on today. Figure out what you want for yourself. It's okay to think about the future, but don't get caught up in messing it up. And I know, easier said than done, but today is all you have. So focus on that. Let go of the past, the future, your mistakes and your expectations. It's okay. I know you have the power to change your today because I did, and that means you can too. It all starts with letting go. If something that I mentioned resonated with you, but you're unable to implement it, that's okay too. Don't forget you're human. Thoughts that are hard will come and go. Just try to ride the wave. You'll be okay. This video was inspired by Dr. K and a quote in Austin Kleon's book by Richmond Walker. 2 videos of Dr. K helped me open my eyes to the fact that I needed to let go in order to move forward, and the quote was a catalyst to honestly changing my life. I thought a lot about why these things worked and why I needed to hear it, and I wanted to share all of that with you. I'll be linking Dr. K's videos in the description below if you want to go check them out. I really hope that my thoughts on all of this helps you go through whatever you're going through. And I'll leave you with the quote. Any man can fight the battles of just one day. It is only when you and I add the burdens of those 2 awful eternities, yesterday and tomorrow, that we break down. It is not the experience of today that drives men mad. It is remorse or bitterness for something which happened yesterday or the dread of what tomorrow may bring. Let us therefore do our best to live but one day at a time. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Bye.